So dear students, hope all of you are fine. Let us quickly see the answers and the explanation for the last quiz. So the first question, the 3 steps in machine cycle. A machine cycle is a duration in which we execute an instruction. So to execute an instruction, first we have to fetch it from the instruction memory. After fetching, we have to get ready for the next instruction. That's why we are updating the PC immediately after fetching the instruction, and then decode and execute. So the correct order is fetch the instruction parallelly, or in the same clock cycle we are incrementing the PC and then execute. The other orders are not correct. So first we cannot execute because we need to fetch it. Now fetch the instruction, execute the instruction, that is not correct. Actually incrementing PC happens parallelly. If you do like this, then you will be skipping one instruction. So increment to the PC should be applied after fetching the instruction. So the correct answer, question number 1, is D. Now second question is too early to discuss, so 2 and 3 you can safely skip. Let's go to fourth instruction. So SLL instruction is located at this location, and add instruction is located in the next location. So this is 104 and this is 10. So they are contiguous instructions, SLL followed by add. So after add instruction, what happens? The PC gets incremented to the next instruction. Next instruction will be 104 plus 4 will be 108. This is the answer. So the correct answer for fourth question will be D. Now fifth question. So there is a jump instruction at this address and a SLL instruction after the jump instruction. So after jump instruction executes, what will be the value in PC? It's quite natural. Jump instruction is in 104. So next instruction's address will be there in the PC. So next address will be 104. So this is actually to confuse you, because you may think that if it is jump instruction, PC will be updated. No, in the same clock cycle you are having PC plus 4. Next clock cycle only the execution begins at the branch target or jump target address. Now, so the answer will be this is the SLL, and next this is the address of the jump. So after jump execute, this next address will be there in the PC. Now sixth question, now you have to carefully observe this. So this is an add instruction at this address. Next add 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 means C in hexadecimal. Next address is 12 plus 4 is 16. 16 is 10 in hexadecimal. And then you have the next instruction 14 in hexadecimal. So this is how instructions are laid out in memory. Now add instruction executes, and the assumption is that at the bottom of the clock cycle you are updating the PC. So towards the end of the instruction execution you are updating the PC. So add instruction executes, at the end of it you make it as PC is updated. Now this store instruction is executed, you are updating it as 10. Now this instruction is executed. At the end of this, we will be mapping PC to PC plus 4. So this will be 10 plus 4, it will become 14. Here it will be 14. So but 14 is updated with PC, and then we are going back to this address. There is a jump instruction which is taking you to again this location. Okay, so this again, so there is a loop actually, and this code is an unreachable code. I do not know, I believe that this will not get executed. So you can give your feedback on this. So according to my observation, this here it will be 14, because the next address is coming here, and here this value, this instruction will not get executed. So any option with the 14 as the answer is correct. So they have given it to be A, but I don't fully agree with this part because this instruction is not likely to execute, because from here you are jumping to this location. So this will be an indefinite loop here. It will never come to this instruction as far as I understand. You can give your explanation in that. Now, this is a straightforward question to check your understanding on PC address updation. So here a 32-bit jump instruction is given. So six addresses. This is the opcode and the 26-bit address is given. So what we have to do is this 26-bit address has to be left shifted by 2 and concatenated with the upper 4 bits of the PC. So in the answer, the upper 4 bits of the PC will be there. So this is not the answer. We can rule out this possibility because upper 4 bits should be the same. Next thing is, this 26-bit quantity has to be left shifted by 2 bits. That means left shifting by 2 means the entire thing is pushed to the left. So you will lose these 2 bits and 2 more bits will get added here. So if you look at here, these 2 bits gets added and these 2 will be going. So it is first you have the upper 4 bits of the PC and then 2 bits that get left shifted and the entire thing. So this is your answer. So upper 4 bits of the PC concatenated with left shifted 26 bits obtained from the instruction. That is how we make the new PC. So 26 bits left shifted by 2 bits becomes 28. When it gets concatenated with the upper 4 bits, you get the 32 bit. Okay. So the answer for this question is option A. Now this is again a simple check on your understanding on the branch instruction. So they have told that you have to add $5 and 6 if they are not equal. So add instruction is there. So this is the add. This should be executed when they are not equal. So when they are equal, you should not execute this. So there the condition should be branch on equal. You have to come to sport. So if they are equal, you skip this instruction. Addition will not happen. So we will add only if they are not equal. So if they are not equal, BEQ will not execute and you will come here and then execute. Now you have an instruction. This is actually branch delay slot. That means this branch can be taken or not taken. So at the time of discussing pipeline, we will understand the importance of branch delay slot. So we need to put an instruction, a dummy instruction immediately after the branch, which is independently executed of the branch. That means the instruction that immediately follows the branch instruction will be executed no matter whether the branch is taken or not. Now you may be asking, sir, if an instruction executing independent of the branch, will it affect the program correctness? Yes, of course. If you execute an instruction, it will for sure affect the program. So in the branch slot, we have to put such an instruction that its execution will not affect the program. It should be a dummy instruction. So this is such a kind of instruction. You have a $0, you are doing some operation on $0. So what operation? Because $0 should be remain as $0. So for that, you can check any instruction here. So one thing we have found that BEQ should be there. So BEQ comes in 1, 2 instructions. So which one will be select? Can we select BEQ add U? So add U requires $0 should not come as the destination operand. So add U cannot be used. So only possibility is this SLL, logical shift left, that is SLL instruction. So with that, the answer is D. So I'll explain it briefly again. So we want the addition to take place only if they are not equal. So in the cases when they are equal, you have to jump and skip this instruction. So the answer is D. Now 9th question, it's actually an if-else structure. So if some condition, do something else, do something other. So the code is to compare 10 and 11. If they are same, then you have to perform the addition. So you have to look at you have to set the register to 7 to 1. So this is happening here. So when they are same, you have to come here. So you do a comparison. BEQ, you have to come here to the equal label. And as I told you earlier, in cases when they are not equal, these are all dummy instruction. See, this is shift left 0, no effect. This is ORing with 0. ORing with 0, you get the same. So these two instructions are dummy instructions or branch delay slot. So you may ask, sir, in the earlier example, there was only one delay slot instruction. Here we have got two. There are reasons for that. We will learn all the reasons as we go. So jump, if they are equal, then you have to jump to the end of the program, that is to the join. Okay, this instruction has to be skipped. Okay. Now 10th question is saying about the instruction. What is the instruction? There are registers 5 and 6. It contains ASCII character in lower order byte. Okay, no problem. That is lower. Can BEQ instruction to compare the character? Yes, because the register contains the value in lower order byte, means the higher order bytes are 0. Okay, so when they compare, they are 32-bit quantities. They gets compared. So with that, we have reached the 10th question. Still, if you have any doubts, you can ask once the video is over. Okay, thank you.